Well, hello there. Sion Batson here from Sion Batson Tutoring, and in this video, I will be teaching you how to add and subtract integers. A very important concept for all of my 7th graders, my 8th graders, my high school students, my GED students, and my college students. So let's go. Now, this exercise is out of my 7th grade math workbook. You can master 7th grade math, next generation learning standards. Now, this workbook is the perfect resource for homeschooling, virtual learning, extra practice at home, homework help, and state test prep. It is filled with very simple and easy to follow notes and explanations, step-by-step examples, guided examples, and more than 1,100 practice problems and answers. So if you have a 7th grader, I would highly recommend that you get them a copy. You can get your copy from Amazon or from my website, www.sbatsonacademy.com. Now, to our exercise. I am going to teach you 2 very simple rules that will help you master the concept of adding and subtracting integers. Rule 1 says, if the signs in front of the integers are the same, we are going to add, then keep the sign that is in front of the bigger integer. Rule 2 says, if the signs in front of the integers are different, we are going to subtract, then keep the sign that is in front of the bigger integer. 2 very simple rules. If the signs are the same, we add. If the signs are different, we subtract. But very important, after adding or subtracting, we must keep the sign that is in front of the bigger integer. Get the idea so far? Perfect, perfect. Let's get to it. First example here, we have -7 plus 5. So the very first thing we want to do is examine our signs. We have a negative sign here and a positive sign here. Our signs are different. Very good. They are different because one is negative, one is positive. When the signs are different, we are going to subtract the integers. So we will subtract first. Now when we subtract, we will subtract the normal way we will subtract. We're going to subtract 7 and 5. If I subtract 7 and 5, I will get 2. Now very important, after subtracting, I must do what? I must keep the sign that is in front of the bigger integer. The bigger integer in this case is 7. 7 is bigger than 5. Yes? And the sign in front of the 7 is negative. So I must keep the negative sign in my answer. So my answer is -2. So -7 plus 5 gives me -2. Get the idea? Perfect! Perfect! Now, before I go to the next example, I know that it is very tempting to add, because there is an addition sign in the middle here. But very important, do not be tricked. If our problem has 2 signs, we must respect both signs. Don't forget that. Once our problem has 2 signs, we must respect both signs. If the signs are the same, we're going to add. If the signs are different, we are going to subtract. After adding or subtracting, we will simply keep the sign that's in front of the bigger integer. So far, so good? Perfect! Perfect! All right, let's keep the party going. Let's say we have -4 minus 6. So again, the very first thing we want to do is examine our signs. The first sign here is negative, yes? The second sign here is negative as well. Therefore, our signs are the same. Very good. Now, what is the rule? When the signs in front of the integers are the same, we must, very good, we must add. Now when we're adding, we only add the integers. Yes? 6 plus 4 gives us 10. Or if you want to, you can say 4 plus 6 gives us 10. Yes? We add, but very important, after adding, we must do what? Keep the sign that's in front of the bigger integer. In this example, the bigger integer is 6 because 6 is bigger than 4. And the sign in front of the 6 is negative. There is a negative sign in front of the 6, so we will keep that negative sign in our answer. So far, so good? How is that? Perfect! This is a very, very simple concept. All we have to do is remember our two rules. Same signs we add. Different signs we subtract. But after adding or subtracting, you must keep the sign that is in front of the bigger integer. Yes? All right. What if we have negative 11 plus 3? What happens here? Again, we examine the signs that are in front of the integers. We have a negative sign here, and we have a positive sign here. Therefore, the signs that are in front of the integers are different. One is negative, one is positive. When the signs are different, we are going to subtract. Very good. Very good. So we will subtract the normal way we subtract. Yes, we put 11, take 3, will give us 8. But very important, we cannot forget the last part of this rule. After adding or subtracting, we must at all times keep the sign that is in front of the, very good, the bigger integer. In this example, the bigger integer is 11 because 11 is bigger than 3. And the sign that's in front of the 11 is negative. Therefore, we must keep the negative sign in our answer. So negative 11 plus 3 gives us negative 8. Get the concept so far? Perfect. So guess what I'm gonna do now? Yes, it's your turn to shine. I know when you guys are working with me, you are always eager and excited to prove to your parents that you got the answer. So, or that you got the concept, right? I know you guys want to show your parents and your grandparents and your aunties and your uncles that you got the concept. So now it's your turn to try one. I'm going to give you negative 5 plus, let's say, no, that's too easy. Let's say 20. Negative 5 plus 20. Now, this is what I want you to do for me. Pause the video, yes? Give it a try. If you need to, you can go back and watch the previous examples, then come back and try the problem. But I want you to pause the video, give it a try, and then come back and let's see if we get the same answer. Yes? Perfect. Now, welcome back. Welcome back. We have negative 5 plus 20. So the very first thing we want to do is examine the signs that are in front of the integers. The sign in front of the 5 is negative. The sign in front of the 20 is positive. Plus or positive. Same thing, yes? Therefore, our two signs are, I can't hear you. Very good, they're different. Very good. So because they're different, we are going to subtract. Yes? So we'll first subtract 20 and 5. We will subtract the normal way we subtract, yes? If I subtract 20 and 5, I will get what? 15. Very good. Now, after subtracting, I must do what? Keep the sign that's in front of the bigger integer. In this example, the bigger integer is 20. 20 is bigger than 5. And what sign is in front of the 20? a plus sign or a positive sign. So I must keep the positive sign in my answer. So minus 5 plus 20 is positive 15, or I can put just 15. Because when the integer is positive, we don't have to write back the positive sign or the plus sign in front of the integer. How are you feeling? Super! Super! I know you guys are like, I can't believe this concept is so easy. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. No, very important. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome and thank you. No, please click the subscribe button and turn your notifications on so that you can be notified every time I post a fun, exciting, and easy to follow math tutorial. Yes, thank you. Now, I am going to give you another chance to shine. Oh yes, oh yes. I don't want to take all of the spotlight. You guys get a chance to shine. Let's try negative 4 there we go. Yes, negative 4 minus 15. Again, don't forget the plan. If the signs in front of the integers are the same, you are going to, very good. If the signs in front of the integers are different, you are going to, very good, very good. Same, you add. Different, you subtract. Pause the video, give it a try, and then come back and let's see if we get the same answer. Yes? I believe in you. You got this. Come on. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Listen, I can just sense right here that I'm working with a very smart group of kids, a very smart group of students. And I know that you guys are excited to prove to everyone that you got the correct answer. So let's get to it. First piece of business is to what? Examine the signs that are in front of the integers. Yes? We have a negative sign in front of the 4 or a minus sign. Negative, minus, same thing. So don't confuse yourself. And we have a negative sign in front of the 15 as well. That means our signs are the same. Very good, the same. So because they are the same, we are going to add. Very good. You guys are on a roll. Same signs we add. Yay. Hey. Oh, let's add. So we add the integers, yes? 15 plus 4 will give us 19. Very good. Very good. But don't forget the last part of the rule. After adding or subtracting, you must keep the sign that is in front of the bigger integer. In this example, the bigger integer is 15. And what sign is in front of the 15? It's the negative sign or the minus sign. So our answer is negative 19. Oh my goodness. Listen, good job. Good job. Good job, you. Good job, you. Good job, everybody. Give yourselves a pat on the shoulder for getting this correct. Good job. Now, let's take the party to another level here. Oh yes. I know this is getting too easy for you guys. You guys are like, come on, Sion, make it spicy. So let's put some hot sauce into it. What if I have negative 7 plus 3 minus 8? Ooh, ooh, spicy stuff. Let's go. Again, here we have three integers. We have a negative 7, a positive 3, and a negative 8. Now, whenever the problem has more than 2 integers, we are going to work with 2 integers at a time. Don't rush. We're going to work with 2 integers at a time. And more specifically, we will begin with the first 2 integers. Yes? So, we're going to work with the first two integers. Yes? Same plan, same strategy, same rule. We're going to examine the signs in front of the integers. We have a negative sign here. We have a positive sign here. Our signs are different. When the signs are different, we are going to subtract. Very good. So if we subtract 7 and 3, we will get 4. Yes? Now, what's the last part of the plan? After subtracting, we have to keep the sign that's in front of the bigger integer. The bigger integer here is 7, because 7 is bigger than 3. And the sign in front of the 7 is negative. So negative 7 plus 3 gives us negative 4. But we aren't done, right? We're done with this part, but we still have the negative 8. So I bring down the subtraction sign and the 8, or I bring down the negative sign and the 8, yes? Now, let's stick to our plan, yes? We examine our signs. We examine the signs that are in front of the integers. We have a negative sign here and a negative sign here. Our signs are the same. Very good. And when our signs are the same, we are going to add. Very good. So we'll add our integers 4 and 8. 8 plus 4 will give us a very good 12. But we must do what? We must, after adding, we have to keep the sign that's in front of the bigger integer. In this example, 8 is bigger than 4. And the sign in front of the 8 is a negative sign, or a subtraction sign. So we have to keep that negative sign. So our final answer is negative 12. Not bad, right? So don't forget, if the problem has more than 2 integers, if it has 3 integers or 4 integers, work with 2 integers at a time. But very specifically, begin with the first 2 integers, then you include the next one or the third one. Then you'll, if there's a fourth one, you include a fourth one. Yes? All right. Now, I'm going to give you guys a chance to shine. I want you to take your time. Take your time. Remember the plan. Always remember the plan. Same signs, you add. Different signs, you subtract. Let's say 9. Look at this one right here. So this is what I want you to do for me. Pause the video and give it a shot. If needed, you can go back and watch the previous examples and then come back and try it. But I want you to pause the video, try it on your own, and then come back and let's see if you get the same answer. Yes? Now, you got this. Remember the plan. Same signs, add. Different signs, subtract. Go ahead. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I know you guys are excited, like, yeah, I got this, mommy, I got this, daddy, I got this, Mrs. Sion, I got this, grandma, I got it, grandpa. Let's see if you got it. So since we have 3 integers, remember the plan. We'll work with the first 2. Yes? 2 at a time. We will now examine the signs in front of the integers. Here we have a negative sign, here we have a negative sign. The signs are the same. Very good. And when they are the same, we are going to add. Very good. So if we add 5 plus 6, that gives us 11. But very important, we must do what after adding? Keep the sign that's in front of the bigger integer. The bigger integer here is 6, because 6 is bigger than 5, right? So when there's a negative sign in front of the 6, so we keep that negative sign in the answer. Now we're going to include our negative 9. Right? And don't be tricked. Again, it's very tempting to say, well, I should subtract here because there's a subtraction sign in the middle. But remember, if your problem has 2 signs, you must respect both signs. Don't forget that. So let's go. First sign negative, second sign negative as well. So our signs are the same. And when they are the same, we are going to very good, my friend. We'll add. So we'll add regularly. Okay? If we add 11 and 9. Why do I put an 8? Why did I put an H there? 11 plus 9 gives us 20. So this will give us 20. And don't forget, after adding, we must keep the sign that's in front of the bigger integer. The bigger integer here is 11 because 11 is bigger than 9. And what sign is in front of the 11? A negative sign. So the negative sign stays in our answer. So our final answer is negative 20. How was that? Very good. I know by now you guys have mastered the concept. Very good. Very good. I have one more I want to show you before I go. One more I want to show you. One more problem to make one more point. And then we're out of here. Remember, if you have my math book, the 7th grade book, there are tons of practice. Or there is tons of practice, I should say. Right? The key though is to practice, practice, practice. What if I have 5, take, let's say, 9. If you look at the 5, there isn't a sign in front of the 5. So always remember this rule right here. If there isn't a sign in front of an integer, automatically you should know that there's a positive sign hiding in the shadows. So if you see 7 by itself, you know that this is a positive 7. If you see 11 by itself, automatically know that it is positive 11. Right? All right, so always remember that rule. Whenever the integer is just there by itself with no sign in front of it, know that there is a positive sign hiding in the shadows. So we do have 2 signs here. Yes, we do have 2 signs. A positive sign and a negative sign. Our signs are different, and because they're different, we are going to subtract. Very good. We subtract regularly. When you subtract, always try to get a bigger integer first, yes? 9 minus 5 will give us a 4. And after subtracting, we have to keep the sign that's in front of the bigger integer. The bigger integer here is 9. 9 is bigger than 5. And the sign in front of the 9 is the negative sign. So the negative sign stays in our answer. Our answer is negative 4. How is that? I can hear you guys say, can we try one of these, please? Of course. You don't have to ask me twice. You don't have to ask me twice. You don't have to beg me. Here comes your chance to shine. So guess what you're going to do? Pause the video, give it a try. Remember the rule I just taught you. Yes? Whenever an integer is just sitting there all lonely by itself with no sign in front of it, automatically know that there is a positive sign hiding in the shadows. Don't forget that. Pause the video, give it a try, come back, and let's see if we get the same answer. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. So again, we see the 8 here. By itself, no sign in front of it. Don't be tricked. There is a positive sign there. So this is really positive 8 minus 14. And also, don't be tricked and say, well, I should subtract here because there is a subtraction sign in the middle. No, once the problem has 2 signs, you have to respect both signs. Yes? In this example, we have a positive sign here and a negative sign here. Our signs are different. Very good. And when the signs are different, we must subtract. Very good. So we'll subtract regularly. 14 minus 8 gives us 6. Very good. We're not done. After subtracting, we must do what? Keep the sign that's in front of the bigger integer. In this example, the 14 is the bigger integer because 14 is bigger than 8. So, what sign is in front of the 14? The negative sign. So our answer is negative 6. Very good, very good. Give yourselves a pat on the shoulder. You guys did great today. You guys are doing great. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. I really hope that you enjoy my math tutorial. I really hope you'll find it helpful. Yes? Until next time, please enjoy your math practice and your math homework. See you.